Greetings, my friends. Welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to look at the principle of loose pieces, undefended, unprotected pieces, either pawns or squares. You need to take advantage when your opponent exposes his pieces. Their pieces and they are undefended. In this position here, unfortunately, black rushed into capturing the white knight. What does that mean practically for white here? Well, it means something very big here because the black queen is on the same file with the white queen. What's in between them is just the bishop. Unfortunately for your opponent, the bishop is on the same diagonal with the black king. And that means you will take a massive advantage applying another principle, the discovered attack. All right, you moving the bishop in between the white queen and the black queen, and then you're going to be taken on f7. And oh boy, upon doing so, they either forced to take back, so whatever they use now, whatever they choose to do, it won't matter as long as you take massive material, the queen you're going to capture on d7. Thank you very much. White is completely winning in this position. Hopefully, you're not going to make big blunders. Hopefully, you're not going to play bullet. Unless you're commuting like I do in London and you've got a couple of minutes and you want to have a thrill on your journey. Okay, next one. Ooh, black placed white knight in a pin. Look at this. We are in a pin. The knight can't move. Well, they sort of can, but then you're losing the queen. Oh boy, what a dilemma. And would have been nice, right? Because you would like to take the bishop. Well, you actually will take the bishop, but not just right now. Not right now. You need to make sure the queen is safe. How do you do that? With a very, very precise forcing move. A safe check. This is the diagonal. You're going to take advantage. Queen to h3. You check the black king. They block. Well, if they block with the queen, you're going to take back because you win the necessary tempo in order to remove the bishop, right? If they move away, fair enough, that's perfectly fine. My queen is safe now, so I'm no longer in a pin. And now the knight can simply remove the bishop on d3. And now I'm taking the bishop, and everything's great. Cool, thank you very much. One minor piece means that you are winning the game. In this situation here, another beautiful tactic profiles itself. And it's similar to, I think, the first tutorial we've had, that the queen is aligned with the other queen on the same file, on the same D column now, and you will take advantage. And you would say, yeah, they are aligned, but my bishop is pinned, right? I mean, I can't take the bishop because queen's going to take my queen. What exactly am I supposed to do? Well, you need to force your opponent because check, we said it's a forcing move. And when you play the rook, for instance, right at the very end on e8 with check, okay, they either take you, to which then you can perform a discovered check and winning the queen. Ooh, and there's no way for them to surviving this. I mean, they should be resigning, frankly. So rook now checks the king. There is nothing. Even if they avoid taking the rook, it's not going to save them. It's completely not going to save them. You're still having your checks available, and you're just simply winning the queen again. And if they take again, you're going to play bishop to b5. Even if they block, it's not going to save the black queen. Queen takes d4, and even if they keep taking your stuff, you do have then a continuation, beautiful follow-up, queen to e5, check the king, and then you're taking the bishop. Thank you very much. Winning big time here for white. So I hope, guys, it gets clearer. So now we're going to look through a couple of tutorials. We're going to keep doing that because I want you guys to understand as much as possible, my friends. 3 minor pieces. They took a minor piece from you. You are supposed to reduce the handicap. You need to take back stuff. How do you do this? Well, you are going to play a fork, a forcing move, a check. And you notice that the white diagonal here is completely exposed, leading to the white king. So queen to g6 checks the king. Oops, checks the king. They either block, they either move away. We really didn't care very much as long as queen is going to recapture onto c6. That was the unprotected piece which you accumulated. You attacked at the same time with the queen via that check that we did. Queen to c6 pins the knight. Black is completely winning in this position here. Knight is pinned. You may be doing something else like pawn attacking the pin piece. You guys remember pressure on the pin piece? You've got a massive pawn majority here. They are not challenged by any other white pawn, and these guys will be moving up and promoting. Frankly, white should be resigning here. You've got always the rook that goes on the c file. You've got everything here for you to play and win. Okay, in this position, let's identify what is the weakness here. And you probably guys notice the king is on a light square diagonal. One. Secondly, the b7 is completely exposed. What does that mean? Well, the rook on a8 is just undefended. So you're going to take advantage of that one, playing another beautiful fork, check, forcing move again. The only stuff they could try is just to put something in between, either a pawn or a queen, but it won't make a bit of a difference because obviously you're not going to trade queen now. No, 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 no. You're going to take b7 and then the rook is completely exposed here. So whatever they choose to play, you won't be helping anything. Whatever, rook is gone because you're going to go for a 5-point piece first thing if possible. Next tutorial, my friends. What is the deal here? Well, yeah, pause it again. In chess, important if you got the time control like 15, 25 minutes plus, or you play longer time control, classical time control chess, like 90 minutes for 14 moves and then half an hour increment. Don't rush. Just look at the position and try to realize where lies the biggest weakness in your opponent's defenses. And rather than rushing and taking here, because you might be thinking, oh, bishop is supposed to go c4 because f7 and maybe this and that. Yeah, maybe. I'm not saying not. There are situations in which this one works perfectly. But in this position, you've got something else. You've got a free piece. Ooh, how do we get it? First thing, let's identify it. This is the guy that is completely exposed. How do you get there? Well, what pieces can get there? Well, you've got a bishop that can just get there in 2 turns. All right? And there is nothing black can play to prevent the loss. Well, if they play knight c6, I'm going to take that guy too with check. Now, they either give me the queen, which is a massive blunder, or they play the bishop. But then again, I'm perfectly happy to take the rook with the bishop. Fine by me. All right, so guys, I hope it's getting clear. This knight on f6 move doesn't mean anything. I'm taking the rook, and I'm very happy with that one. Okay, let's try another exercise here. Now, what is the weakness we need to take advantage of? Because in chess, you're going to win if the other person makes mistake. Because if the other person plays as good as you, it's going to be a draw. Or maybe you're going to lose, but it's important to having this mechanism in place. And you do the puzzles and it should be fine. What's the weakness here? Well, we've got 2 minor pieces on the same 5th rank here. And wouldn't it be great if we could attack those pieces at once? Yeah, it would be great. What piece might be able to attack those guys on the same rank? Well, that would be the rook right in place. But how do I get there? You've got 2 inconveniences. There is a knight blocking your rook. And even if your rook could reach the e5, there's a bishop on d6 stopping me from doing this. So, probably you found the solution. You've got your Eureka moments, my friends. Knight removes the bishop, first thing first. So, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Well, don't do that. That's just an expression, right? And now you're going to play very well a rook to e5, attacking the bishop, attacking the knight. It's up to your opponent what piece they want to save. From your point of view, it does make a bit of a difference because 1 minor piece is necessarily going to be captured, even if they try to diminish the damage by just, the principle says try take something. If you're about to lose material, try take at least a pawn, if not something else. But white's winning here. Rook takes the knight. You've got 2 minor pieces versus 1 minor piece, and you're winning. That's it. The game is yours. b7 is hanging. You've got the rook ready to step in. You need to focus on this guy. Don't allow this guy to survive for too long because that's the only thing they might be having. But then again, the material advantage should compensate for that thing. This position here may be a very beautiful puzzle here. You may want to puzzle. You may want to pause it. Apologies. Just ask yourselves, what exactly can white do with this white knight on g3? Is there anything that might be forcing your opponent into defenses and speculating their weaknesses? Of course, you guys probably found it. knight to f5, and that's a great idea. Why? Because queen combined with the knight threatened g7 checkmate right then there. This is a serious threat. And not just that, knight also attacks the queen. Right? So first thing, checkmate is coming, and secondly, you attack the queen. And if you say, well, pawn takes, no, he cannot, because the queen is on the same column with the black queen, and you're just going to take it, thank you very much. And of course, you may be having a follow-up. If you would say, yeah, but, queen to f6 actually protects against the checkmate and moves the queen away from the knight's attack, that is true. That is absolutely true. But then again, you've got a fork because that jumping knight delivers in the end. Queen removes the black queen. They need to take back. This is a must. You took the queen. They may just very well resign. But probably they will resign if you just continue with knight to e7. A direct fork, checking king, attacking bishop on c6. And the game practically, we could say, if this thing occurs in a serious tournament, the other person probably just resigns at this stage, unless you're having a couple of seconds on the clock and they want to flag you or something. So, guys, that was the short chapter for today. The unprotected pieces, pawns or squares. Thank you for watching the video. Share it with your family and friends. And see you on the next video, or perhaps visit my live streams and we can discuss more ideas together. Thank you.